Hello and welcome to FPL Kids. I'm Blake, I'm the Matt. On this podcast we talk about FPL, it's mainly just kids.
We're live on YouTube again.
Yeah, YouTube live. There is a video of this.
There is a video if you're listening to the podcast.
Where I do the robot.
If you are listening to the podcast, you are missing the robot dance. Do you know the footballer who did the robot dance?
No.
You don't know, do you? Because you're too young.
No.
You know Peter Crouch?
I've heard of him, yeah.
You've heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
Big guy, really big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was Blake's very own Peter Crouch impression.
It wasn't my impression. Who is Peter Crouch?
Happy birthday, Blake. Did you have a good
Who's
birthday?
Peter Crouch? You have to tell me.
Did you have a good Blake?
Yes, but who's Peter Crouch?
He's got his own podcast as Peter Crouch.
Has he?
Yeah, it's called the Peter Crouch Podcast.
But why did he do the robot?
It was just his thing. Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah.
All you wanted for your birthday was a nice green arrow in FPL.
That's not all I wanted.
But you also wanted this nice
Actually, you got
new
it for
jacket.
me, but yeah. I like my jacket I got for my birthday.
But you got your green arrow.
Yeah, I got that special green arrow.
You've beaten me again in FPL. Is that like 4 weeks in a row, something like that?
It's my thing.
I'm starting to get nervous that you're going to catch me in FPL.
I'm also getting nervous that I'm more trendy than you.
You're definitely more trendy than me. Now you're 9 and everything.
Yeah.
All right. What about Blake's mix-ups from last week?
Blake's mix-up.
What was the anagram last week?
It was limit somewhere.
Limit somewhere. What was the answer, Blake? What
The
player?
answer was Emil Smith Rowe. Guess who got it? Anyone want to have a guess?
I reckon I know who got
His
it.
initials are TM.
Was it Tom Maskell?
Correct.
Tom's back to winning ways after last week.
Yeah.
Last week, Milo and Holly beat him to it.
Yeah, but this week he's the only one who actually got it.
What about the game week of football then, Blake? Blake always tells us.
Football.
Blake tells us what he noticed from the game week from an FPL
And
perspective.
we always use Leeds game, and look at me this time; it's filled with FPL.
Well, I mean, we were at Elland Road on Monday night. I mean, a lot happened.
I was in the program.
You were in the program.
I was in the Leeds United program. In the birthday messages part, I'm number 13.
If anyone's got a copy of the program from Leeds United this Monday,
I am in it.
you can find Blake in there.
I mean, I'm actually in the shirt doing a horrible smile just over there in the corridor.
But we lost 6-1.
Yeah.
But FPL wise, what did you spot? What do you want to talk about?
Jota.
Jota.
Two goals, an assist, and bonus points.
That's a lot for Jota. He's been injured for a while.
Yep. And how much does he cost, may you ask? It is.
How much does he cost?
8.7.
8.7 million striker.
Yeah.
All right, so Jota might be an option.
Yep.
Because Liverpool play this week.
I play in there.
Have they got a double coming up as well?
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah.
You're too busy focusing on your dancing.
Yeah, he just got, I think it's in this week, then next week, then double. I think that's how it goes.
So Liverpool are interesting. I mean, they're certainly scoring goals.
Yeah.
So Jota, what else?
There was Trent. 2 assists, no clean sheet.
It was handball, that first goal.
But he got 1 bonus point. And 7.4 mil is his cost.
Well, that's quite expensive.
Break it down for me.
All right, so Jota and Trent, you're recommending from Liverpool.
Yeah, but you forced me to do this since Sarah. 2 goals recently. He's 6.5 mil. Leeds have got some good fixtures coming up.
I didn't force you to mention a Leeds player.
Yes, you did.
I just thought it would be nice if you didn't just mention Liverpool players. All right, well, no one needs to listen to that advice about Sinistera then.
No one.
Go on, well, you. What's the next game then? You take over.
It is Aston Villa 3. 0.
All right. Well, what about that game? from an FPL perspective?
If you don't have Watkins, you have to buy it now. He got 2 goals, an assist, and I think he got some bonus points.
I don't have Watkins.
I do.
What, you've had him for a while. Well done.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. He's probably the most on-form player in the league.
Is he?
Probably. I mean, he's scoring so many goals at the moment.
I've got the most on-form player in the league, and you don't.
He's the reason you've been beating me, for weeks. It's just
Yeah.
Watkins.
Watkins, Haaland, Haaland, Watkins.
What else?
Kane.
What else from that game did you want to talk about?
Ramsey is a good differential. He got a goal and an assist, and I think he might got a few bonus points.
He was your bargain buy a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he?
Yep, and he's 5.2 million.
You're really keen on Aston Villa at the moment.
Yeah.
So Jacob Ramsey.
Yeah.
And Mings. You've got Mings as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
White teeth.
Oh, if you're watching on the podcast, again, really got to watch the video because Blake's mainly just focusing on dancing and silly faces. Anything else from that game?
Newcastle defenders are not as great as they seem.
What was that?
Newcastle defenders are not as great as they seem.
Newcastle defenders not a good option at the moment.
Not as great as they used to be.
All right.
Back in those days, 3 months ago.
I think Newcastle have got Spurs this weekend.
Yeah, they got Spurs, man.
You always pick another game from the game week to talk about. What have you got for us?
West Ham 2, Arsenal 2.
Bad news for Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal will win the league or will they lose it now?
No, we need to go to Blake the Oracle now.
Yeah.
Gotta just do some stuff.
Where are you going?
Get into my Oracle.
Okay, guys. Blake's leaving for some reason. He's going to his Oracle place. I don't know where that is. He's just ducked down behind me somewhere.
This is like the Oracle. He zips his jacket up.
Okay, Blake the Oracle looks exactly the same as Blake, but has zipped his jacket up.
That's what Blake the Oracle
Well,
is.
come and sit down, Oracle. I don't know where Blake is. So, Oracle, I was just asking Blake.
Yeah, the Oracle's here.
Oracle, I was just asking Blake, do you think Arsenal have kind of lost it now?
Who's Blake?
Well, okay, Oracle, do you think that Arsenal will win the title or have they lost it?
Who are Arsenal?
You're the Oracle. You know all this.
Yeah, the Oracle doesn't know who on earth Arsenal are.
Oh, can you go get Blake back then? I thought Blake and the Oracle were the same.
Actually, I don't know where it is. I don't actually know who he is.
Okay.
Should we
just
he live down there?
Well, if you don't know anything about FPL and Blake's not here, then we'll just have to end the live now.
I'll see if I can go fetch him.
Okay. This has taken an unexpected turn this evening, hasn't it?
Yeah. Bye, Daniel Zacuzzi. That's your name, right? Daniel Zacuzzi.
I have no idea what he's talking about now, whatsoever. If you are
Hey, legs back.
Okay.
I'll go to the toilet for a bit.
Right. Blake, I've no idea what happened there for a couple of minutes, but now you're back.
Yep.
You want to talk about the West Ham Arsenal. I'm not going to ask any questions.
Okay,
because
so what was the question again? I forgot it.
Do you think Arsenal are going to win the league or have they blown it?
It's possible.
Brilliant. After all that, it's possible.
Yeah.
Go on. What FPL stuff did you want to talk about from that game?
Saka Mr. Pan. No.
He did. Saka missed a penalty. Not good for...
He's 8.6 million.
Expensive player for a
he's
penalty
really
misser.
expensive.
So what else?
Odegaard and Martinelli look pretty good. Okay. Jose.
Pretty good. They're better value than Saka as well, aren't they? So
yeah. Odegaard is 6.7. Martinelli is 0.2 million higher at a price at 6.9.
That's a lot cheaper than Saka. So maybe they're better options.
Wait. No, Oracle, I don't need you anymore. Stay away.
Okay, it's just Blake now, not the
Yeah.
Oracle.
Well, go home, watch some television.
Anything else from that game?
Ben White keeps delivering.
Ben White.
Although he didn't deliver my parcel.
But he got a bonus point in this
Yeah.
game, I think. So he's
He got an assist.
Did he? Okay. And Arsenal have got
Mhm.
Southampton at home this week.
Yeah.
That sounds like a game to target.
Yeah.
What should we do now?
Listeners' questions.
Listeners' questions.
Listeners'
Not got much
questions.
time. We're just going to do the questions from FPL Eric.
Eric.
Is that okay?
Eric. Yeah.
This is a good question.
System jammed. Eric. Yeah.
Do you want the question?
Yeah.
FPL Eric says, what defender would be a good choice for this game week, but also for the rest of the season? Or should he just keep what he's got? What he's got at the moment is White of Arsenal, Guehi of Palace, Ream of Fulham, Trippier and Stones. Those are the 5 defenders he's got.
Okay. I'm going to ask you. You have 2 options. Either you can get back to the Oracle, he knows nothing about FPL, or I can answer the question.
Right. I want to keep Blake.
Okay.
I don't want the Oracle guy to come back. He knew nothing.
Okay.
So, Blake, what do you reckon? Has Eric already got the perfect 5 defenders for the rest of the season? Or do you see some opportunity?
Maybe, I don't know. Mings?
You're really hot on Mings at the moment. You've had Mings for a few weeks. You really like him.
Maybe, I don't know.
Trent. Yeah.
Robertson. Yeah.
So 2 Liverpool players. Because they've got
and Robertson, they got the double game week coming up.
So Liverpool are playing this week, and they've also got a double coming up. And we were looking at those Liverpool fixtures earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If Liverpool are on form, they've got some pretty easy fixtures for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Depends if he's got the budget for Trent or Robertson, though, doesn't it? Because they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So if they haven't got the budget, is that why you've got Mings as an option?
Yeah, Mings is 4.6 million.
All right. Well, there you go, Eric.
Yep.
Trent or Robertson or Mings.
Yep. And the other question.
Who's
going
down.
You're going down.
Not an FPL question, but FPL Eric just says...
It's not an FPL question, so it's about me wrestling you.
No, he says, who's going down with Southampton? He's basically said...
Southampton aren't relegated yet.
FPL Eric reckons Southampton are relegated. Who's going down? Who's going down with Southampton then, in your opinion?
Southampton's not relegated.
Well, which
But
team?
if they are, then, can I have the Premier League table, please?
You want the Premier League table?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you the Premier League table. Southampton at the bottom.
Okay.
Forest and Leicester in the relegation zone.
Yeah.
Then there's Everton.
Where are Leicester? They're 18th or 19th.
I think Leicester are 19th at the moment.
Are they?
I'll have a look for you. I mean, Everton, I can tell you, are 17th. And because Leeds are 16th, aren't they? All right.
Can you bend down, please?
No, I can't bend down. Yeah, so Leicester are 19th. All right. Forest 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Everton and Leeds then. Then you got West Ham, but they've got a game in hand and they're in 15th. So it's probably 3 of these bottom 5 going down.
Nottingham Forest, Leicester and Southampton.
You reckon the bottom 3 at the moment will go down? All right. Why? Why do you think Everton and Leeds will stay out of it?
I think Leeds actually have a chance more.
Because we have Leeds United bias in this house.
Yeah, and Everton, I think they could just do it.
Do your famous impression of the Everton manager.
We're like 4-4-2, no fancy formations. That wasn't my best, actually.
Go on then. Do a better Daesh impression.
Just got to do my vocal warm-ups. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 4-4-2, no fancy formations.
That was good. All right. That's all the questions we've got time for. Humberto Felipe Martins also sent us a game to play.
Yeah, I've done it. You can get it on Twitter.
It's very visual, so we'll stick it on Twitter and Facebook, and people can play that game.
Yeah, you can play it.
All right, what should we do now?
Blake's FPL game week, and how will I be reviewing this?
It was another good one. Well, do you want to bring your iPad in?
I know nothing about tech. Should I get tech, Blake?
No, we don't need to swap for any.
But I know nothing about tech.
You know how to use your iPad.
I don't.
I think you
Let's
do.
go get Tech Blake.
All right, he's going to get Tech Blake. I hope Tech Blake actually knows things about FPL. Well, I will. While Tech Blake's coming, I can tell you that Blake had a good game week. He got 75 points this week, which was well above average. The average was 55. The transfer that Blake made last week, for those of you who are listening, he went Maddison to Grealish, which worked out for him because Maddison didn't do great. Grealish did get an assist and got 7 points. So Tech Blake is just squeezing back into his seat.
It's not my seat, it's this.
Oh, Tech Blake is a completely different persona with a deep voice.
So do I just read this out? According to what it says.
Tech Blake, you are going to have to speak in a way that people can actually understand.
Okay. Give me my voice changer.
Right. Can Tech Blake speak in Blake's voice? That'd be
Yeah, he can.
perfect. Right, go on then. Tell us where you got your points then. I've told them you got 75 points, which was good.
Hey, that's my job.
I got 60 points this week. So
I got 75. The average
Yeah.
is 55. Stop doing my job, mate.
where'd you get your points then?
Actually, it's not my job, it is his job.
Where did you get your points?
You mean where did he get his points?
Where did Blake get his points this week?
The guy got 6 in his net. In defence, he had Mings with 6, Strippy with 1, Robertson with 2, and Gabriel with 1. Then midfield, he had Saka with 0, Erdegaard with 10, Toma with 2, and Grealish with 7. Up front, Haaland was captain, 24, Watkins 16, bench Raya 5, 22, Estepinian 2, and Rashford 0.
So a lot of points in the attack there.
Yes.
Captain Haaland, that worked out.
Yeah.
You've got Watkins, so that worked
Yeah.
out. But you also
I didn't. He did.
getting in Grealish was decent for Blake.
Yeah, for Blake.
Having Erdegaard worked out well this week.
Mhm.
And of course, Mings, who you're really keen on,
No, he's really keen on.
did well. And De Gea's clean sheet worked out well for Blake this week.
Yep.
So what does that mean for Blake's ranks and leagues? Blake is trying to finish. He was trying to finish in the top 1,000,000. Last week, he decided he just wants to finish in the top 750,000. But where is
Right.
Blake's overall rank now after that game week?
Overall, oh, there he is. He's 498,249th.
He's in the top 500,000.
Yeah.
He's going up.
You are an amazing FPL player.
He's going up and up and up.
Is he?
He's doing really well.
Well, that sounds good.
But do you want to bring Blake back in for this bit to go through the FPL Kids League?
Yeah, I just need to ask him how I review this.
Um,
Won't be a second. Talk to them about about how your nose works.
I'll talk to them about what on earth's going on at the moment. So if you are listening on the podcast, you haven't got a clue what keeps happening. Blake keeps getting out of his chair and becoming a different persona, becoming the Oracle, or becoming
I wear different clothes.
He says he wears different clothes. He's just taking his jacket on and off. He became the Oracle, who didn't know anything about FPL. Then he had to become Tech Blake, apparently, to use his iPad.
I'm Tech Blake.
Tech.
I need my voice. I need my voice change back.
He needs his voice changer back.
Bye.
Right. Could somebody, I don't really care who it is, just tell us about the FPL Kids Can You Beat Blake League?
Tech Blake's here.
Right.
You get to review it for ya.
Go on then, review the league.
In first place with 200. Oh no. In first place with 2,108 points is Gunners Come Back.
Well done,
In
Gunners Come
second
Back.
place with 2,065 points is Not My Josh King. In third place with 2,051 points is the FPL General. In fourth place with 2,051 points is Filthy Hillbillies.
Bin Jews.
In fifth place with 2,050 points is Take the Hit. In sixth place with 2,037 points is Netflix and Chill Wow. In seventh place with 2,012 points is The Wrath of Gams. In eighth place with 1,993 points is Better Call Saul. In ninth place with 1,989 points is Following the Best.
That's FPL Eric, I think, who asked the questions.
And in 10th place with 1,984 points is Chemi Lak United.
So I did not hear your name in that top 10 again.
You mean his name, his team?
I did not hear Blake's name in the top 10.
Yeah, because his team's called Blake United.
And where is Blake United in that league?
I think he's 13th.
Still 13th.
So have I reviewed everything Blake has to do? Is this all over?
Yeah, could you bring Blake back in?
Yeah, go get him now.
Okay, right. Tech Blake apparently has done his stuff. Real Blake's on his way back. But somehow Blake is still 13th in the FPL Kids League. Even though he had a really, really good week, but he's only about 20 points off the top 10 now, which is Blake's goal. So hopefully Blake can make it and finish in that top 10. I'm going to have to keep talking because Blake has not yet arrived back.
What are you talking about?
Here he comes.
Yeah, this is me, the actual Blake.
Just in time to say Blake's plans for blank game week 32. I'll set it up for you, Blake. There's a blank game week. It means some teams aren't playing. There is no Chelsea, Brighton, and both Manchester teams.
Okay, I can read that. There's just one problem.
What?
Doesn't you know how to use an iPad?
Well, you do now because Tech Blake gave you a little bit of training
No, he didn't.
as you swapped over.
He didn't.
Well, I will use your iPad.
I'll go get someone else. He's on the Tech Blake's on holiday, so I'll go get someone else.
I think your listeners just want to hear your team now.
Okay, you just have to get someone else.
Okay. I don't know who he's getting. I'm just going to start reading through Blake's team.
Hey,
then.
no.
I'm going to have to because I've got nothing else to say. Well, just come and sit down.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start reading it if no one else comes in about a second now. So the big news is that Blake. The big news is that Blake has decided to play his free hit. So could you tell us, Blake, who's in your team?
I don't know why I'm sucking my thumb. I'm called Blake Yosef Babalo.
Could you talk us through your team, Blake?
I'm not Blake.
For
I'm
game week
Blake
32.
Babalo.
Okay. We are running out of time now, Blake. If you don't read your team, I'm just going
I'm
to
not
have
Blake. I'm that guy, okay?
Okay.
I'll start reading it in my team, okay? You want that to happen?
Right.
Okay,
talk us through your free hit team for game week 32.
In goal, I have Johnston. In defence, I have Mings, Alexander-Arnold, and Robertson. In midfield, I have Saka, Erdegaard, Martinelli, Salah, and Eze. And up front, I have Kane and Watkins. On the bench, I have Iverson, Solanke, Totti, and Bueno.
You feeling confident?
Yes.
You didn't play your free hit a few weeks ago when I did, and I tried to get you to play it a few weeks ago.
Well,
and that week you beat me, didn't you?
He beat you.
Do you remember? Blake beat me with 10 players that week.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. You told me all about it.
So why have you chosen?
Desperate.
Why has Blake chosen this free hit team? Why these players?
I think it's because he liked them and he thought they were going to do really well.
So they've got 3 Liverpool players in there.
Yep.
Because they've
his captain is Salah and his vice is Erdegaard.
Right. It looks like a good free hit team.
Yeah, it really does. 3
Arsenal players against Southampton at home. 3 Liverpool players against Forest at home.
Mm-hmm.
Kane's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it is. He kind of likes those differential guys.
Well, Blake said earlier that the Newcastle defence was not what it used to be. So
did he?
Blake thinks that Kane will score away at Newcastle. He's kept Watkins.
Yeah.
That seems right. Eze.
Seems reasonable.
Palace have been doing well recently.
Yep.
And the Palace goalkeeper against Everton as well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Mings.
Blake
likes Mings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck to Blake.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, pal.
With that team. All right. Do you want to bring actual Blake back in to do his bargain buy?
He might need someone else for that.
Okay. Well, hurry up because we're going to have to end the live stream in about 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yeah, because we've got to go. Okay, while Blake is just transforming again into another character, this section is Blake's bargain buy. There is a jingle. Do you want to do the jingle, Blake?
What, Blake?
Do you want to do the jingle?
Blake's bargain buy.
Where Blake or any of his alter egos chooses a player that is worth 5.5 million or less, who is just going to do well for this one game week. It's just a one-off suggestion of a player you might want to get. Last week, he chose Elise. So unlucky because Eze actually scored twice last week and not Elise.
Yep.
But that feeds into, I know who Blake has chosen as the bargain buy for this week. Who is it?
And it is Eze!
Gone for Eze.
5.5 mil. Everton at home.
So people should get. You've got Eze.
No, he's got Eze.
Blake's got Eze.
Yep.
In this free hit team.
Yes.
So,
Okay, that's that over. We don't have actually much time to spare.
So let's do another mix-up. Blake's mix-up.
With another character.
We haven't got time for that. We just need to do
Yes,
Blake's
we
mix-up
do.
now. Nope, right.
How about Blake? How about I get
Nope,
Blake?
I'll have to end the stream.
No, please, I need to get Blake.
Okay, but I have to end the stream in about 60 seconds, so you have to do it really, really quickly now.
Me and Blake swapping
Blake's mix-up
places in the world.
in this Blake's mix-up.
Using new tech stuff.
Blake gives you an anagram of an FPL player. Last week it
Blake's
was.
mix up.
There's the jingle.
Brainy goalkeeper Maurice.
That doesn't say goalkeeper.
Brainy gamekeeper Maurice.
This is a long anagram. Brainy gamekeeper Maurice.
It is BRAINY
Yeah.
GAMEKEEPER
Yeah.
MAURICE.
That's a long one.
Yep.
So if anyone knows what FPL player that is an anagram of,
Oh, if Tom Maskell knows.
or if John Maskell knows,
Try and
then,
beat Tom Maskell.
then send it in to us on some form of social media.
Yeah.
Go on. If you are Blake at the moment, do you want to do your famous FPL Kids farewell?
Thank you for listening to FPL Kids. Subscribe and leave a good review. So FPL Kids on Twitter at, FPL.
_kids.
Yeah. Follow FPL Kids on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And one more thing.